Hey y'all, it is Luca, and welcome back to the channel. Today I am back in my forever save file in The Sims 4, and I am going to be building yet another trailer home today. We're back in Oasis Springs once again, and I actually recently built this trailer right here. If you want to go check that out, that was a more recent video. So I'm going to be building another home right behind it on this lot here. This is the Slipshod Mesquite lot. I think that's how you pronounce it. But this is normally the lot where Johnny Zest lives, and it's kind of the perfect lot for trailers because it's nice and long and narrow, and it's just perfect. Without any further ado, let's jump on in to the build. But before we get into the video today, I just want to say a huge thank you to the EA Creator Network for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, you can use my creator code luccaowens at checkout, and I will receive a small commission based off of that sale. All you got to do is type in LUCCAOWENS in the promo code section on the EA app anytime you're purchasing any Sims 4 DLC, and it's as simple as that. A big thank you to everyone for using my code, and a big thank you to EA for supporting the channel. Alrighty, y'all. Let's begin. So first and foremost, I'm going to try to build the house kind of lined up with this one, kind of like, how it would look like in a trailer park, but I do have a floor plan on my other screen as always. So first thing I'm going to do is start by this end right here. This is where the primary bathroom, or well, is it a primary bathroom? It's not really a primary bathroom. It is a bathroom for the parents, like the primary bedroom right here. They're going to have like a little, like normal little bathroom right here, but then there's going to be like maybe a closet here or something. I'm going to play around with that once we get there. And then we're going to do a little 4x5, a little bedroom right here for the parents. And then there's this fun little, I'm not really sure what it is other than just like a little utility space. So there's like a little place for what looks to be like the water heater, which actually I know that I'm going to forget this. So how about we look for that? I'm pretty sure it's under activities and skills. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is. It's actually under the show all water heater. We'll put that right there. I don't know. I have never added that into one of my builds, and I feel like that would make it so realistic. But then right here is going to be what looks to be just like a little utility kind of laundry room kind of thing, which we'll just close that off, And then this has like a little hallway right here, and there's going to be like a back door right here. We'll just plurp that door down so that I remember. And then we have like the kitchen space, which is going to be just right here. Pretty small little kitchen space, and then there will be a dining space kind of roughly like right there. I'm going to put a wall right here just so I can kind of see where the kitchen ends, because this little area right here is going to be like the little dining space. So this is going to be for a family of 3. Also, by the way, I've decided there's going to be 3 bedrooms in this house, but it's going to only have 3 people in it. And then the smallest bedroom, I think I'm just going to make it into like a hobby room. I kind of want to make it into like a craft room. We're jumping back into the 90s for sure with this build. Ooh, that fits perfect. Okay, I just wanted something there so that I could kind of see what I was doing. And then it's like 1 wall, and then like 1 more wall, and then 2 more walls. And then this will be where the door is. And then it stops there. I think we may extend that some more, and then there'll be like a little kind of, the hallway here is actually gonna be a lot more wider, but there'll be like a tiny little 3x3 room here, a little 2x3 bathroom, and then I think this one is just gonna be like a bedroom like this size. Maybe I'll do 4. No, it's definitely smaller than the other primary bedroom, so we'll do 3 tiles wide, and then a little hallway right there. This is actually open because that's how trailers usually are. Okay, it's actually just 1 tile longer than the other one, so I feel like that's a pretty decent size. We may adjust it though as time goes on. Let's place some lighting down so that y'all can see and I can see. You know what? We got to place down doors and windows. That's our first priority. These are just from the base game, and there's obviously going to be a window right there. I think there'll be another window here as well, and then we'll go ahead and put another window right there. Should I put just a single window here for this bedroom? Yeah, we'll put lots of windows, because honestly, who doesn't want more windows? And then we'll do like windows like that for the bathroom on the end. Let's put a window right here, window right there. I don't know about that one, to be honest, just because a lot of the times bathrooms in trailers, like they'll have like a really narrow little window just like right up here. We'll use that one. And then we'll put like a window there, and do I put another window there? I'm going to say no, actually, purely because I want to add a little closet right here. And honestly, I feel like windows, like trailers don't have that many windows actually, which is surprising. Now the back of the house, ooh, there isn't showing to be any on this. So I'm actually just going to put like maybe one like right across from this one possibly, and then maybe like another one there, and then this can be like where the table is. And I think that's it. We might add some more, I don't know. And then for the front door, I'm just going to go with the classic. I could go with this door, but this just matches better. I'm going to put it right there. And then we will use the basic door from high school years. This one is just so good. I love this one. And then this door needs to go like this. And then I guess, no, we need to put it right here. Ooh, that's a tight little space, but you know, it's a trailer. What do you expect? And then we'll just put a door, not that one. We'll put a door right there for the bathroom. I think that's better because the shower stuff is going to go here. Then there's going to be a sink and then a toilet. In the original floor plan that I'm looking at, there's like a wall here and it says water closet. I don't really understand because there's literally nothing in it. So I'm just going to make this whole side one bedroom or one bathroom. And that's the floor plan. Pretty straightforward. I don't know about the roofing. I kind of want to just like copy and paste this one over from the other trailer, but I do want to give it a different color. I'm not exactly sure what color I want to go with. I mean, I could just go with a different tin roof. Ooh, that's kind of cute actually. I kind of like the color of that. And then the siding, probably gonna go with a pretty typical siding for me. Either that or we go with blue. Ooh, the blue is actually kind of cute. I like that a lot because it works with the environment really nicely. How about we do like a darker roof? Or in fact, I kind of want to do like this kind of situation, you know, like a simple little roof. Ooh, I like that one. We'll go with this one for sure. Yeah, I enjoy that. That looks very nice. And then with trailer homes, as always, I lift them up about 5 tiles or 5 notches. And I do need to reposition the house, I think. I'm going to put it like right there. They're not really going to have much of a backyard, but they're going to have a really nice front yard for sure. And then we do need to add a little front porch. I don't really know what kind of front porch to add. Probably a pretty significant one. They are gonna have a back door. I just remembered that I added that earlier. They are gonna have a little bit of a back door, but it's really not gonna be much. It's just gonna be like a little step back here where maybe they have their trash cans back here. Yeah, we'll put the trash cans somewhere. Like honestly, we'll just put like a couple right here and we'll put some stairs leading down to those. Yeah, that's actually a nice little spot. And then I will continue this fence from next door pretty much downwards this way. I think we'll even like do this. That actually kind of looks good where it's like fenced off, like the fence stops here. So they have like a little private area. Okay, that's kind of a nice plan. I think I'm also going to give them an awning above this front porch also, just like so. Place that down and then we'll just, copy the same roofing over. Do the usual. And then let's see, we'll do maybe this one for the foundation. I mean, I do like that combo. It matches the one next door, which is also kind of nice too. Unless we go with a darker color. Because, we do have a slightly different color for the roof. Ooh, now that matches it really well because it matches the roof trim. For the flooring down here, that's the only part that I'm just like kind of unsure of, to be honest. This one from Cats and Dogs matches perfectly. Like the literal, like it's the perfect match to that. I very much so enjoy that actually. I'm also going to build a ceiling on this room right here. So there is a bit more detailing. And then I'll also put in like a proper, I call it a room. It just says flat square in the catalog here. I'm just going to add this here so that I can have a little bit of some trim right there. So it looks a bit more finished. And then for the columns, I'm not sure about the columns. Probably we'll just go with the truly the GOAT, the basic, the simple base game one. And I think I'm actually going to put the stairs right here on the front. Do we have a matching staircase to this color though? That's the question. I don't think we do. I could match the blue, but that would be too much blue. So I'm changing the foundation because I'm not really a big fan of... So the real reason why I'm changing it is because the stairs are not matching it. And that bothers me a lot. I can't stand it when things don't match, at least like that. So yeah. Ooh, that looks really good. I quite like that a lot. And what I'll do is I'm going to also change the trim on the roofing just because it stands out a little bit too much if it doesn't match. I mean, I could just use this same old roof that I always use, but I still want it to kind of feel like it matches the trailer next door. Honestly, we may even change the roofing on that because, to be honest, I don't like that tin roof. It looks very dirty and gray, and I want this, neighborhood to feel very warm and like nice, Maybe we'll just use this. I know I'm working on another build, but, I just feel like that looks much better. Ooh, I don't know about that, though, because a black roof in the desert might not be a good idea, y'all. I kind of like this. Like, I really do. Like, I really like that, actually. I like that combo. I like the colors. I like the vibe. Yeah, let's do that. What I don't like is this fence, at least the color, just because I feel like it looks a little too dingy. I kind of want to use this one instead. I think I'm going to replace that for the one next door too, just because I think that is a prettier color for this area. Oh, that's so much nicer. Yeah, the trim is, I don't like that the trim is white. I kind of want to make it like a wood tone. That looks so much better. Okay. We are going to keep the white fence though, of course, just because it matches the windows and that helps it, kind of work together. Something like this. Sure, why not? And then I'm going to put the same staircase over here, but we'll do like a small little spot here just so they can go into this little area, a little easier. I'm afraid we don't have a matching fence gate, of course. So I'm going to have to replace the fence with this one instead. It's basically the same color. It's very slightly different. It's a little less worn looking, but it does the same job. I think that looks real nice. It's still not perfectly matching this fence gate. Oh my goodness, it is not, but it does okay. It does fine. And then I need to figure out the driveway situation because, every build in my Forever Save file has to have some kind of driveway, even though cars are not functional by any means. I just think that it would just be crazy to not do that for my realistic save file. So I'm just going to give them like a little driveway, I think, right here. Not that. What am I doing? We're just going to use the same gravel that we used next door, of course. And then I don't really know about a pathway to their front yard. I mean, it'd be kind of nice if they even had like another little fence to fence this little area in too. In fact, why don't we do that? Instead of doing this, why don't we just bring this all the way down? We'll do like to about here. Actually, I'm going to like make it to where that looks even. And then we'll do like to here. And then we'll just put the fence gate back. That really is looking weird. I don't know what's going on. What is with the lighting here? Excuse me? It doesn't even match. You know what? We're not even going to bother putting a fence gate. We're just going to leave a gap. Just leave a gap open and just leave it like that. And then we can, maybe we'll just do like a little bit of a pathway to like here, right where the cars are leading up to that. And then maybe once you get here, instead there is like a little bit of a like stepway, walkway, path, tomato, I don't know. Oh, I forgot. We can't use these because this lot is not perfectly flat and these are messed up. So I guess we'll just use a different a different, a different terrain paint. Ooh, that looks really pretty. That would be kind of fun. But then again, I kind of just want to go in with like literally like drawing in like little stepping stones perhaps. I don't really have anything that's like that, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Maybe, honestly, maybe we'll just keep it like this, where we use the same gravel leading up to the front. We'll just do that. Draw it ever so lightly, just like that. That looks pretty cute. Maybe we'll even round this off a little bit. That way it doesn't look so sharp. Yeah, that's pretty nice. All right. So we got like the rough set up here, I'm going to work on some landscaping because, you got to do that whenever you're building in the desert. Even still, I am going to filter by base game, and we're going to just look through the base game stuff purely because, we're in a base game world, and that means I definitely can find everything. Ooh, a tree right here would look very, very nice. But then again, it's kind of just like too matchy there. So maybe we should use one of these trees. Oh yeah, that looks cute. Do I dare put some of these little palms? I mean, I used one next door. They do look very cute. We put like a couple of palms on either side. But then again, I kind of have a vibe, kind of chosen for this house. And I don't think palm trees really fit that vibe. So I'm going to start out by using some of these grasses and just place those down kind of around. Really, whenever I'm landscaping, I'm just plopping things down. And I'm trying to think, we're in the desert. I may even just use some of the same stuff that I used next door. Like you can see I used aloe vera plants, some fronds. What am I trying to say? But yeah, I'm just going to place some of these around just like that. If you live in a deserty area, let me know what you tend to see around people's homes. Like, I'm not just talking about the landscape of your area. I'm more or less talking about like, what do people actively decide to landscape their homes with? Are they using a bunch of astroturf and like fake grass or real grass even? And are they just kind of, going from there, or is it, a bit more natural? Do they try to keep fairly natural vibes? Something like this looks pretty cute. It's pretty simplistic. I think I may add some more. Yeah, like I do like the way that looks. I kind of am looking around and seeing these like little tiny daisies, which I've used over here. I could just put like a couple of those kind of around too. I don't really know if this is accurate, to be honest. I'm just looking in the environment, and then we can actually add some of these back maybe. Ooh, yeah, that's actually adding a lot of lovely greenery here. Ooh, these little orange flowers kind of look cute. I don't know if this is really accurate for this area, but I'll put a couple of those. And then of course, I'm going to go in and add more cactuses. Make sure to have the live edit selection on. Yeah, we'll just add some other little cactuses. We're building a trailer home in the desert. I feel like the blue, the more I look at it, the less I like it. I think that it's just not the vibe. I kind of want to just use this instead. That instantly looks better to me personally. Yeah, that fits my vibe way more. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this landscaping around the trailer home here, and then I will meet back with you whenever it is finished. All right, there's some landscaping. It's a little bit extra. I know, I always tend to do a little bit extra here, but I am really happy with this one. So for the vibes with this trailer home, it's definitely going to be a bit more of a fresh vibe, I think. The interior is going to be like a lot of like light green, light buttery yellows, lots of like lighter, like wood tones. I there's a vision. I have it. It's in my head somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead and build out this little yard here. I think I'm going to give them a grill. I don't know. Maybe we can just put it like right out here since they don't really have a backyard. And then do we give them like an outdoor eating area? Maybe just like a small one, like right here on the porch or something. Maybe something like this one. Usually I like to plan out my builds a little bit more in advance, but today I just kind of was like, I'm just gonna go by my whims. And maybe we'll put out like a little, comfy little seating area. Ooh, that kind of matches everything that's going on here. I would like a little side table or something. Ooh, this little tiny little table right here kind of works. So if we scooch this over, we can put this right here. Do we do the orange or should we just leave it white? I kind of like the white. And then we definitely need some kind of like front porch decoration, something pretty classic and simple looking. Ooh, I definitely want to put like this little garden hose hanging out here. I don't know why. This little wreath is kind of cute. The green actually looks very nice. Maybe we can even put some string lights out here. There are these string lights from Parenthood that are really cute. We'll just kind of put them along this like little porch just like that. That looks so cute. I love to see that. And then, oh, I need to add a ceiling to this, don't I? I think I'm just going to use like this like subfloor. We'll just add that like so. That looks kind of nice actually. And then we definitely need to have some plants out here. And I think we should definitely add some hanging plants. Let's see. These are kind of cute. There's a little like blue leafy bits to it. These are simple. I feel like these look good, but these just speak to me so much more usually. So let's go ahead and somehow, some way add these. I think what I'll do is I'm going to just futz around and figure it out. Something like that, perhaps. I think that looks really cute. One thing I didn't add is a spandrel on this porch, and I'm just going to add one, like the simple one, just so that they're, well, actually, you know, that doesn't look that good, does it? I kind of like it without it. Yeah, that looks really nice. That adds like a lot of greenery out here. I think I'm just going to add like a little candle or something, a little citronella candle right there. And then maybe we'll even add another one right there. I don't know. Are mosquitoes like a thing in the desert? There's probably other bugs too, but we'll just add some, you know, more plants out here. Yeah, just like lots of little planty plants. Ooh, we definitely have to add one of these hanging ones too. We already have some, but this one just, she's just so pretty. I kind of like that, but that looks cute too. Ooh, yes. You know what I would really like? If we had this like lattice texture right here, but we had like a wall decor item that was lattice for this, that would be so nice, especially like right here, just for some privacy. But I think this porch is looking pretty okay. We'll just add like a little welcome mat here, I think, as well. I kind of want to use this one. This one's from City Living. It's got some really fun like colors and patterns. I feel like that one really works. And then out here, I do want to do some more outdoorsy looking furniture. Maybe this one from the Backyard Stuff Pack. Yeah, that one really, ooh, that one's so perfect. It matches the chairs too. I love that one. Should I replace this with that instead? That looks so cute. Okay, we're doing that. Should we do another one just for the heck of it? I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we don't need several sitting areas out here. Yeah, maybe we don't need that. Maybe I'll put the grill just like right out here. And then maybe this little area can be where a proper like table is. I mean, we have a table here, but this table's for eating, you know? I mean, it's just nice to have this one. Oh my goodness. Yes. It's part of the matching set. They got a really big set on sale, and they put it outside. That looks really cute. You know what? Maybe we should add a little bit of terrain paint, just like a little bit, so that there's like, you know, some gravel, and, you know, we'll just kind of do this kind of situation where, you know, there's something out here for them to step on that isn't just sand, you know? If my terrain paint looks a little different, it's because I have a terrain mod. It's linked in the description, as always. I kind of like it. I am going to add another little citronella or 2 citronella candles out there. I think that looks pretty much done. I was going to add some other things, but I'm keeping it pretty simple today. Ooh, one thing I didn't do was I need to add some lights around the front little pathway here so that you can see. There we go. That looks so nice. Let's go ahead. We'll move on to the interior here. Now for the interior, I did kind of pick out a few things earlier for, you know, the layout and everything, but I did want to use this flooring here from the base game. It is so pretty. I feel like you kind of see the colors that I'm going with, like lighter woods, greens, yellows, like a little bit dated looking colors, you know. I'm also going to throw in some carpet as well. I kind of am debating on what kind of carpet I want to use, because like I like this carpet, this newer carpet that we've got. It's very nice, but I don't know, this creamy beige color, it's just the most realistic to me. So for the bathrooms, I am just trying to figure out what I want to use, but I think at the end of the day, I'm just going to use some really simple tiling. For this bathroom, I'm just going to go with the tried and true beige and white. But for this bathroom over here, I think I'm going to use something a little different. It's going to be this one. I have a plan. I have some ideas. So Next is going to be the wallpapers. The wallpaper for the kitchen space, I'm definitely going to include some tiling on the walls. Of course, we're going to go with the tried and true, the one I use all the time. And I might even use this in this utility space too. Why not? And then for the tiling for the kitchen, should I use a tiling? To be honest, the reference I was looking at, there was no tiling in the kitchen. It was wood. So let's just use that for a change. In fact, I'm actually going to switch these from tiling to this linoleum purely because I feel like that would be more like common in a trailer home. The rest of the room in here, I think I'm going to make it this like really light butter yellow color is what I'm calling it. I think this looks pretty nice. I think this is definitely going to be part of the vibe. I'm getting a vibe that this home is for some grandparents that are raising maybe their grandson, or maybe it's an elderly couple that just had a child at a very old age, you know, for what it is, you know. Ooh, that one looks kind of cute too. I kind of like that, to be honest with you. I kind of want to use that. I know I said I wasn't going to use tiling or anything, but I kind of like that better. And then for the counters, I'm just going to use these. I haven't used these in such a long time. I really, really like them. These are from the Parenthood game pack. Honestly, I highly recommend these. These are such good counters. Honestly, such a good pack. I'll give them a little bit of a bar here too, just something like that. Oh my, that bothers me so much. You see that right there? Oh my goodness. That is so bothersome to me that they don't match up. Ew, I can't. But I wanted to use these. Maybe we can make it work. Maybe we can just like scooch it until it lines up just right. Oh, that bothers me too. I feel like making that noise that Tina Belcher makes in in Bob's Burgers where she goes, like that. I'm feeling that in my soul right now. And then I'm just going to go with, you know, the tried and true. The Parenthood set. I'm going to go full on Parenthood with this. I think this looks really pretty. I really like it. We'll put the sink right there, of course. I'm never not going to put a sink under a window if there's the possibility. Okay. Yeah, something like that. You know, this is a pretty nice trailer. Like, this is a pretty nice trailer. Maybe this trailer got renovated, you know, but it still kind of gives me 90s vibes. So do I want to use this one for this? Or do I want to use the mint? Ooh, that's a fun pop of color. I don't use that very much. So how about that? And then we're just going to do the tried and true cabinets. Keep it kind of simple. I just love a really nice, simple kitchen. You know, it's just so satisfying. Something cute like that. And then let's see, what other little decorative items? We gotta have a microwave for sure. It looks like we can kind of place it like that weirdly. Ooh, I don't like that. We'll just put it, I don't like that either. We'll put it there. We'll put it there, and we will also give them, ooh, can we give them a dishwasher? Does that show from the front? It doesn't? Oh my goodness. Is there a matching color? There's a matching color. Oh, that's so pretty. But yeah, we can add like a little bread box here. Honestly, it's just the Parenthood game pack. I'm obsessed. I love it. And then, you know, some paper towels. We'll put them in the corner right there. And then it's so pretty seeing like the palm trees through the window. I love that. And then we need a range hood as well. I don't really know which one to go with. Maybe just that one. And then we just need to add the other little bits and bobs, you know, some little utensils. We do need a little hand soap. I always go to the bathroom clutter section just because I can more quickly find like the hand soap. Maybe we can give them a little like hand towel as well. We'll just do like, I don't know, this one. Something like this. Ooh, that looks really cute. Oh yeah, that's very nice. I kind of want to do something that is reminiscent to the house that I'm living in right now, is adding like a little light above the above this area so that there's like an overhead light above the sink. Oh my god, this like is so perfect. Just put that right there. That's cute. Okay, I like that. And I kind of want to use the same lights for above the just in the kitchen. Oh, no. What am I doing? We're using the boob light. Oh, that looks so nice. See, it's just a simple little kitchen. Like, isn't it just so nice to furnish a simple little kitchen? And then I'll just add a little cutting board. And ooh, I wonder if we can add like a knife block or something in here. I've got this one from that one kitchen stuff pack. I can't keep up with that stuff anymore, y'all. I think the base game one though fits better, just style wise. I gotta add a little rug, of course. Maybe we'll just add this one. This one's from that bathroom clutter kit, but that one's just a nice little size. And then we do need to add a trash can as well. I also do need to add in a dining space, which is kind of unfortunate, actually, now that I'm thinking of it, because I didn't exactly leave a lot of room. Maybe we can make this work. Let's just do this. I really like this table outside, so there's definitely plenty of spaces for them to eat. Ooh, is that gonna be enough room? Maybe the trash can, we'll put it here, but it actually goes into the cabinet there or something. For the chairs in the kitchen, it's gonna be, oh wait, actually I was gonna say it's gonna be difficult, but we literally have chairs that came with this stuff pack, or the game pack. I mean, it's very tight. It's very tight. So I think I'm going to have to take this cabinet here and I'm going to use a little corner like end piece instead. It doesn't give you like a lot of extra room, but it's like literally maybe just enough. I think your Sims will be able to walk through here because they only need about a half a tile to walk. It looks like a half tile is clear. I'll player test it. But let's just say that does work. I think that looks really cute. And I think I might even put the window right here just so that it's above this table. That just seems a lot nicer. And I'm also going to move this window like to right here so that it's in the living room a bit more. Then again, we could also put the dining space like right here instead. We could do that actually. You know, that doesn't look so bad. We'll put that dining space right there. And then I do plan on putting the couch right here against the wall. So perhaps that can be our little workaround. However, this little area feels kind of empty, so I might have to kind of figure out something to put there. I really want to use this thrifted little couch from City Living. I think that one looks very cute. Oh, it's so hard for me to not use this mid-century stuff every single time I do a trailer home because for some reason they just work really well in trailer homes. While I'm furnishing this, you may notice, I don't know, you may have not even thought twice about it to be honest, or even thought once, but I am wearing a hat. I'm wearing a hat. It's because I decided to give myself a little haircut. And for the first time, honestly, and ever, I messed it up really badly. Like pretty badly. So I gave myself a buzz cut. I fixed my hair. It's been needing a good little buzz for a long time because I've had this same haircut for a really long time. It's been kind of choppy and like I've been cutting it myself. And it's just, it's just all around not nice looking. So I just was like, I'm just giving it a nice little cut, nice little trim. And then I was like, buzz it off. So I'm wearing a hat, not because I'm self-conscious. I actually don't mind how I look with a buzz head, but it just feels weird not having one on, I guess. I think I'm going to use my favorite accent table here for the TV. I low-key want to put this one purely because I'm like trying to give it some 90s flair. I think that's actually a pretty decent little layout. There's enough space for everybody to sit. I can't imagine the teen is going to be hanging out with their parents very much. And I think I might do a floor lamp right there. You know which one I'm using. It's this one. It's the most lampiest lamp. And then I am going to add a little side table right here. I can't help it. I got to use the cats and dogs side table. Like, can you just tell me how perfect that looks? And then we're going to use the lampiest lamp from For Rent. Those go together very nicely, actually. They're a nice little pairing. I feel like we need a bookshelf or something, though. Something's missing. I mean, we all know which bookshelf I want to use. It's going to be the one from Cats and Dogs. It's going to be in this swatch again. Oh, but that looks so nice right there. Do I want to put this in the kitchen? I don't think it'll really fit in the kitchen very well. Maybe we can like move the dining space just like over right here. I feel like that is a weird placement for a dining space, but I don't know. I feel like it still looks really nice in here. But yeah, I think I am going to put a wall here or something. It just feels off to me. So I do need to add that. And I think I'm going to put down a spandrel or something to divide this space up. I don't know what kind. Ooh, wait a minute. This one from the base game that they added has the same wood tone. Can we talk about how pretty that looks? It matches so well. And it also is going to help us differentiate these spaces a little bit better. Granted, there's like this weird gap right here, and it's kind of odd. If I do this with the couch, that helps it a lot actually, but that's going to force me to move this over and then this over, and it just kind of muddies up the little space there. So I think instead I'm just going to, I could try to put something, ooh, maybe not a bookshelf, I don't know, maybe just like a little cabinet, curio, display, something of the variety. This item right here that came with high school years, I'm pretty sure it came with high school years. It's not like matching perfectly, but I think it works really well. This actually would be a nice little thing to just put some decor on. Like honestly, we could just put a couple little books and stuff here and some little knickknacks, like a little container there. Oh, this little cat figurine looks really cute there. Let's see, what other things? I've been seeing folks use this shelf right here in place of the OMSP shelf by Picture and eBay. I'm always going to use that one because it's really convenient, but I guess if you're on console or you can't download CC or you're just kind of nervous to, this is a good kind of solution because it looks like a lot of things do snap to it. And me, I'm going to place my favorite little guy, my favorite little plant. Should I put it on top or should I put it like right here in this little nook? I feel like that looks so cute. And then up here, we can put some more things maybe, or maybe we'll just put like one thing, like a little statue or a little figurine or something. Do I put the duck? I'm going to put the duck up here. Let's just put the duck up here. That's kind of cute. I know I used it in the one next door. Literally, it's right here. I don't know. It's just super cute. And they need a little bit of wall art in the living room, of course. And I'm just kind of looking through here, seeing what catches my eye. This little diploma set looks really cute. And then, ooh, this little sunflower painting is perfect for in here. I actually kind of like how minimal that is. I don't really want to use like a ton of stuff. And for the curtains, because I need to put curtains in this whole space here, I think I'm just going to use the base game curtains, just the really, really simple ones. Because honestly, I feel like if I used anything heavily patterned, it would look good. Don't get me wrong. I can see them looking good because there is like in the 90s, especially like a lot of heavy floral designs on curtains, but we don't really have anything like that in The Sims. And I just feel like I want to keep it nice and clean and simple. I'll add a little candle here on the table as well. Why not? And I think obviously over here, we can do like a proper little entry kind of space. If you're looking for a kit that's perfect for that, there is a couple, of course. The Grange Mudroom, perfect. It's Peacemaker's set. But if you're doing something more traditional, kind of like old school like mine, I tend to use the Everyday Clutter Kit stuff just because there is several little thingamadoodles like this little thing. It's perfect, perfect little hangy doody thingy there. We can also, hang some bags on it too. That looks really, really cute. I'll always forget about this item. This item looks so nice in here. Maybe we'll put this here, and then maybe I can find something else to put here as well. It's gonna be hard not to use this all the time, but I think I'm gonna put this painting here, and I'm gonna use these somehow in conjunction with this. I don't know if that looks good. It does from a distance though, so I might use that. Put another one of these curtains right over here, and then maybe I can just put like a little wardrobe or something here, and that can be like where they keep their like linens, but they also keep like coats and stuff. There is a perfectly colored like little, little wardrobe right there. Perfect little wood tone. I don't exactly know what to put here like at all. Like it's such a random little corner space in a house. So, when in doubt, put another bookshelf in here. I think we'll just use maybe this one, something like that. We'll just use a duplicate. I know there's two. And then we'll go ahead. Let's add in the tried and true, the boob lot to fill in the lot. Okay. I think honestly, all this room now needs is just a few final touches. We got to add some flowers in here or something. I really want to use this one so bad, but it is a little bit too big, I think. Oh, but that looks so good there. That looks so nice. nice there. We do need a little rug right here for the entrance. I'm not exactly sure which one. We know which one I'm adding. I don't know what I was about to say. The blue. Honestly, the blue works pretty well. Should I put this rug here instead? Oh, but that looks so good. That instantly looks better. Okay, I like that way more. We're going to use these rugs. Okay. That's so much nicer. We're going to put another one right back here at this back door. And then I can actually put the trash can here in the kitchen. Thank goodness. In fact, I'm going to give them a nicer trash can than that. That one looks so sad and dinky. That's not a kitchen trash can. This one is. And then right here, I kind of just want to put that little, it's like a little chalkboard, I guess you can use to write down like, oh, this is what we're having for dinner this week or something like that. At least that's what I use it for. Ooh, we got to have some macrame. Of course, we got to put some macrame in here. It's the 90s, y'all. I mean, this house isn't really specifically the 90s, but ooh, we can also put some little what do you call these? What do you call them? Aprons. I was going to call them robes. We can put some of those here. I think I'm just going to do, honestly, the blue is a cute little touch. And I'm going to just look up chalkboard. The perfect little addition to any kitchen. I think so. All right. We got the living room done and the kitchen, dining space, whatever you want to call it. This whole room here. I love it so much. The next room that we need to work on is this tiny little utility room. Let's just use the same linoleum as in here. That looks kind of nice. And you can always remove this room. If you download my builds, you can always remove it and just replace it with countertops or, whatever. But I am going to put some little washer dryers in here. Of course, it just fits so perfectly here. And then I think above that, I'll put some of these cabinets. I'll put a couple little cabinets here as well. What else should I put in here? Some little bits of clutter. Ooh, these like little baskets of like towels and stuff right here. Are these not the same thing? They're like very slightly different. Very cute little baskets there. And if we filter by laundry day, we can place maybe a couple of these items in here as well. Actually, I'll put that there. And then this I'll actually put in the floor here in this room, because then this room can be like a little, just like a little place where they store like cleaning supplies and stuff, and like a little, moment like this. I don't really know. However, I feel like we need to reconfigure this room so that the water heater is like that. Yeah, that's a little bit better. We'll put this here, and we can put this maybe like right here in this corner, and then maybe this can just go against the wall right there. And then we'll put a little boob light right in here, of course. And then we can put a little hamper right here, just because I don't know, there's not really any space for anything else, to be honest. And then just like a little curtain. Ooh, actually, instead of that, what am I thinking, y'all? We do have a kit. That was one of the first ones we got ever. It's called Bust the Dust. I think that would be the perfect thing to store in here. Maybe we can put like a vacuum cleaner right there. That's cute. Y'all, that pattern matches the stuff outside. Look at that. I am obsessed. Okay, definitely have to put that in here right there. And now we just need like a proper little curtain. Honestly, I kind of just want to use something really simple, like this one from the For Rent pack. Is it growing together? That's growing together. Just that one right there fits perfectly. In fact, I need to put that above the sink as well. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and furnish this bedroom right here as well. This is the primary bedroom, but we're just going to use this bed right here. I adore this bed. I like it for its shapes and its vibes. I normally don't like this bedding, but honestly, it fits this build so perfectly. It's from Cats and Dogs also. No shocker there. And I'm going to use these little side tables in here. And I do need some kind of dresser. I think I'm going to put the dresser right there. It's kind of going to be a tight squeeze in here, but hey, we'll of course use the matching set. Honestly, I love it so much. Any excuse to use the Cats and Dogs expansion pack is a good excuse to me, because I adore that pack so much. And then I just need like a little rug, something nice. I mean, we could look at the ones from Cats and Dogs again, I know, but it's a little bit big. I could size it down. Let's scale it down to like 0.6. Wow, that was perfect. Right on point, actually. And I think, oh, that one one's very nice. I've actually had someone comment about putting carpets or putting rugs on carpets. It is actually a pretty common thing, especially if your carpets are not so great. It's a good way to kind of update your space without having to rip up the carpet completely, because that's pretty expensive. I think these match this so nicely. And yeah, we can just put something here too. Do I put like a wardrobe or something? I mean, I could just put another one of these. I think that does look very nice actually. And then, you know, we do need a mirror in here. Maybe we can put this here instead. And then we'll put a standing mirror. What is it called? But we'll just put a mirror right here in the corner. This one, or maybe, no, none of these really match this set very much, to be perfectly honest. This one from the Horse Ranch pack pretty much matches, so we'll go with that. We'll just place some more paintings in here as well, just to fill in the space. I just wish we had more things like this, because that's so perfect. Maybe instead what we can do, just for the sake of this space, you know, being like a family home and such, what if we added these? These are literally zero simoleons, but that'd be kind of cute to add in here. Just imagine you could put some like a wedding photo here and then like some smaller ones here. That would be really cute. And then maybe we'll just put like this little painting here. We can put a little robe here as well. Oh, we do need to make sure to include some kind of hamper. But yeah, we'll just put a little hamper right there. Maybe that's kind of close to those colors. And then for the wallpaper in here, I would love it if we had something that was really like overly floral and ridiculous. Like there is this, but that's not really what I'm talking about. And I think that I'm just going to go with something very plain in here. Something pretty simple. I kind of like that. I really want the curtains to be very like, I really want them to be like very patterned and floral and stuff. That would be so cute. I mean, we could just use the one from, I know I'm going to say it again, Cats and Dogs. The white ones honestly look really nice in here. Actually, I think that looks really, really nice. It kind of works with the bed. It's, you know, it's cute. It's simple. It's straightforward. It's clean. I really don't like this being here, to be honest, just because it doesn't look like it fills up the space at all. It looks really empty. Just know, in spirit, I wanted to place those, but we're just going to do this little rooster instead. But in spirit, we'll just say that there's family photos there. All right, we'll go ahead and do this little primary bathroom for these parents. I think I'm going to just keep it simple with this kind of setup, but I am going to go in with a yellow theme. I don't ever use these right here. We're just gonna put the toilet here. The sink is actually going to be in a vanity. So actually let's put the toilet right here. And then I'm gonna use, I think, this counter, and then I'm going to use the sink like this one that came with the base game, and then this can just be like a little yellow moment. And then we're also going to use a shower tub combo just like this right here, and it's also going to be yellow. I almost want to change the counters to match the ones in the kitchen, just because I think that would actually look better with the yellow. And should I also try to do something different with the flooring and the wallpaper? I feel like I should. I kind of like this like beige kind of color here. I feel like that looks a little bit better. And then I'm obviously gonna, you know, add in some other decor and some clutter. Try to do as much yellow themed as possible. Maybe not like the intense, you know, bright yellow, of course, but we're gonna go with this, like, I'm calling it butter yellow. I don't know if that's the correct term. I think I might even put a couple of these in here, or maybe just like one right here. That's kind of cute. And there's a yellow just to match it. That's perfect. And then we can add some little towels as well to this, just like a little stack of white towels there. And then we can put a couple other little, you know, clutter items. Oh wow, we can't really put a lot. I'll put some jars of Epsom salt up here. I love that. And I like this little item here, this little 3-drawer organizer from that bathroom clutter kit. That's very cute. And then maybe we can put like some dentures, some little combs here, squeezed out toothpaste tube, you know, the toothbrush. That's very cute. And we need like a little mirror. Oh, and we need some other things right there too. Ooh, That sits there so perfectly. Ooh, these little candles would look really cute. What if we scooch this over and put the candles right there? Really like that. And then we do need a mirror and like a proper light. I want to make sure the mirror isn't like super thick either, just because I want to make sure that, you know, I can put these one lights in here that matches really well. And then there is a light that is specific for the bathroom that we'll place. It is this one right here. And there is a yellow swatch as well. You know, what if I went with blue instead of the wood tone there? I kind of like that more. That's kind of a lot more fun. And then I'm going to add in just the, you know, the standard little toilet roll, you know, the usual. I can also probably add in, well, I definitely will add in these. Just a couple of these little towel racks there. I kind of really want to add in a little kind of closet cabinet kind of thing right here, just to fill in the space a little bit more. There is a yellow swatch too. It's kind of cute. And then I'm going to find a little rug as well. What kind of rug should I use? I don't know. I feel like I got to use the same old, you know, the rug that came with the bathroom clutter kit. Honestly, one of my favorite kits that we've ever received in this game. It is just so good. We'll use this like white swatch. It's like a creamy white too, right there. Just like that. Put this here also. That's stinking cute. I really like this bathroom. Sims team, I beg of you, please, 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 in the words of Sabrina Carpenter, can you give us a curtain kit? That would be so great. Like, honestly, I am going to use this little kind of curtain kind of thing for the bathroom. And I think that is a good little complete little bathroom. We will add in, of course, the boob light to fill in the light in here. I really want to add more decor in here. I wanted to spend all day adding little clutter items. I really could do that. I try to pace myself a little bit whenever I'm building for videos, so I'm not spending like an eternity editing them, but I've just been really wanting to like go crazy with like tiny little decorative items. We'll put like a little picture there, I think. So this next little room right here that I'm going to work on is the craft room is what I've decided it's going to be. So I'm going to make this just like a tiny little kind of cramped little study. Like I low-key want to use the stuff from the knitting stuff pack just because I feel like that would look really cute. The colors are not my favorite. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, just because they're very vibrant. So maybe we won't use that. I would rather use like something that looks like it was thrifted or something. Like I used to use this desk so much back in the day, and I think I'm going to use it today. I love this little desk. You know, we'll make it into like an office. You know, it'll look like a proper office, but I'm going to put crafty items in here too. Like we've got to put this little cross stitch thing. Like I can see it, you know, I can see the vibes and see like who's using this and everything. Oh, this little Polaroid camera would be really cute. Just like right here. I also have to put in, of course, like the knitting stuff. I usually put like this one, and I also like pair it up with this one just because they both look a little different. I'll also throw in a little easel back here too, because why not? Might as well. And then like a little rug right here just to kind of tie it up. Ooh, that looks really cute there. I would probably put it like that instead. And then for the chair, I kind of want something with a little bit of character, but I still want it to feel kind of like 90s-ish. So maybe I'll just go with like this green one. I love that green one so much. All right, I do also want to look in one of the kits that we received some time ago. It's the Artist Studio kit. I feel like that would be a perfect little addition for this room. Just some clutter items here and there. And then we'll also add in like a nice little lamp. I think I'm just going to go with the lampy lamp. I'm going to do this pink version though, because why not? Just put that like right there. Cute. I love that. And then I'm going to go into wall decor, and I'm going to search under the nifty knitting kit, because there is this big honkin' item, which might be a little bit much, but at the same time, hold on, wait a minute. Let's just hold our horses here. What if we put this in the middle? We do something like that. That looks really nice, actually. Ooh, and there's one more thing that I would like to add. This is like a artist's like little cart here. Very cute. I think I like this color scheme. And we can put a couple of like these somewhere. I'm not really sure. Wait a minute. These would look really cute somewhere, like either in the kitchen or the bedroom. I don't know, somewhere. Maybe we can put it here instead of this painting. And then I can put this painting like right here or something. That looks really, really cute actually. Oh, that's actually so perfect right there. And yeah, I feel like that's a nice little smattering of items. I think just because, you know, I can't not put one, I'm going to put a bookshelf in here as well. I feel like this one from Parenthood is a nice choice. I kind of like that actually. And then maybe I can put in like a little end table in here or something. Honestly, I kind of want something that looks a little bit like crafty and then like they painted it or something. And then I'll just add like a little radio in here. That would look really, really cute. Do I use this one or do I put in like a record player? That's such a nice little touch. I like the teal too. And then for the wallpaper, I don't know what I want to use in here. I kind of want to go with this color, but I don't know if that really works with this vibe. I'm trying to think, maybe we'll just go with that. Just like a very simple kind of beige color. You can never go wrong with that color, right? And then for a curtain in here, I do like the idea of doing this like sheer curtain from Parenthood. Actually, this specific sheer curtain from the High School Years pack. That one is really cute because it actually matches the colors pretty well. So yeah, that is the little crafty little office kind of room here. And then let's go ahead and we'll move into the second bathroom. This is like the smaller bathroom specifically for the teen. I'm going to use these windows, but I need to lift them up a little bit just so that, you know, there's some light in here, but they still have like a proper shower unit instead of it being just a little shower stall. And then I'm just gonna, you know, make it a bathroom. I mean, I say it all the time. Every time I do a bathroom, I'm like, it's just a bathroom. Yeah, I'm just going to use move objects to place a couple of things, but this is the perfect little space. Always keep your toothbrush away from the toilet because that's just weird. I'll use a little hand soap bottle here. We'll add in a mirror as well. I kind of want to use this one. I don't know why. I feel like that just looks cute. And then we need a little hand towel. I think I'm going to do like a blue hand towel, just to add some color in here. I'm also going to just maybe put like a thing of towels in here like this. Yeah, the white with the pink, that's fine. And then I am going to add in, you know, some towels on the wall here too. We'll do the green. It doesn't all have to really match. Then again, I really want like this to sort of feel like it's the same. I'm not really liking this here, to be honest. So I guess we'll just leave that out. Ooh, what if we did this one? And it's like, oh, the mom or whatever here, she thrifted this one. I don't know. I feel like this bathroom might be a little bit of a weird bathroom because it's not really got like, just kind of like not the main bathroom that they use. I don't know. Put this little painting right here. Yeah, this is just a bathroom. It's fine. I don't really love that bathroom, but I kind of do. And then we have the last room of this house. This is going to be just a little teens room. And then I'm just going to use, I think I was going to use this one or maybe the green. I liked the dark green really well. I kind of want this teenager to be really into like, I don't know, plants and stuff maybe. I am going to give them a proper closet just for some variety. We'll do like that maybe, or is there a different one that's better? Maybe that one. I don't know. That just seems very, very dark. That looks better. And then I'll give them a desk here too. Why not? I guess I'll just give them a little bit more of a grown-up looking room. You know, not everything matches perfectly, but I'll give them a little grown-up little space. Give them a white computer though. I want it to still feel like an older school computer, you know? Oh, I kind of like just putting this little chair. Like, you know, they don't really have the money for like an expensive chair, so they just use that one. And then maybe a bookshelf in the corner to fill out the space. Ooh, I definitely want really quickly to put a little hamper here in this corner as well. That would be perfect right there in that little nook. I want to put a bookshelf in here, but it's just like a little bit too like cramped, you know? I need one that isn't gonna like take over the space. I mean, I guess I could just use this one. It's very simple. I quite like that actually. We can even just put it like right here. Yeah, that looks all right. It's a very cozy little room, but I quite like it. I kind of want to give them a little broken lamp or something. I kind of love that though. I kind of love that lamp. And then I'll give them a little, you know, desk lamp as well. Honestly, I'll probably just give them this one just for old time's sake. I'm not liking the desk setup. I'm realizing. It's not really the vibe that I want for in here. I kind of want to use this one from what is this one called? It's from Discovery University, high school years. I think it's high school years, actually. That one fits way better with the styles. Yeah, I like that a little bit more. And it actually fits a little bit nicer in here. And then I'll give them just like a little lamp from that set as well. I want to make sure it still has that vibe. Ooh, the green's cute. Actually, I really like this. And then maybe they're a college student. Yeah, maybe they're in college and their parents are older. I can see that now. Just some books and, some more textbooks right here. We'll just put like a big pile of books right there. And then I'm also going to add in like a little pencil cup. There's actually this one from, I think this is the little Simsies kit, the Comfy Gamer. Is that what it's called? To be honest with you, I don't remember. There's some glasses and some keys. We'll put that on the nightstand there. Little book there. They were reading maybe. Is there one with like a little bit of a romance vibe, I don't know. This one looks like it's a fantasy book. Let's do that one. And we'll put like a little desk organizer. Honestly, I want something like this in real life. That would be great. Yeah, we'll put that there. That's very cute. There is a item. It is an item. This thing right here, a little cork board would be so cute. I mean, this is actually meant for like postcards, but I can just imagine them putting like their classes and stuff they need to remember there. And there's also a calendar, which I should probably use the other one, but this one, it speaks to me. It's got like hunks on it. We'll just put that in there for a funny little detail. And then we need something like on the wall right there. I'm not really sure. Maybe they're just like into nature, like a lot. Ooh, maybe one of these like crystal creations picture things here. Maybe they are really into geology or something. I feel like that would be kind of fun. And then we'll just add like a little robe here. I think I really need a robe, y'all, because I keep putting them in every single house. I always make sure to do that. And then I have to fill up the space with a rug. This one, I've never used this swatch before. It's kind of fun. Let's use that one. I obviously need to put in a boob light for sure. That's the perfect way to finish off a room. But they also need some wallpaper. I should probably have picked that out a long time ago. Maybe we'll just do this like soft green. I feel like that's too much though. Gray, I feel like that's too much. The brown is quite nice. I actually quite like that. It's very simple. And then we just need to find some curtains. You always have to curtains up, right? I think I might just go with the ones from the base game. Just keep it really simple. We'll do these like grayish ones. Yeah, this is a very mature little room. Maybe they moved into this trailer later in life. So this isn't like a kid's bedroom. This is like their young adult room, Very cute. I actually really like this little space. And yeah, I think we are done. That's the end of this build. It's a pretty simple build, y'all. I didn't really want to go too crazy in depth today, but I hope y'all enjoyed this. Do let me know in the comments down below what you want me to build next. And also, I just want to say a huge thank you to my YouTube members, the Lavender Buds. Thank you all so much for all of your support and your lovely feedback. And if you would like to become a member, you'll get early access to my videos, as well as you will receive members only videos as well. I am going to start doing my safe file planning as a video for members. So at least for now, that's just what I've kind of got planned. Keep an eye out for that though. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Do let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and all that good stuff. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird, and I'll speak to y'all next time. Bye, y'all.